This next article comes from Korea, the Korean Herald, and this was to me a pretty serious article. Digital prison set up to bring justice to sexual crimes. Calls growth for against shadow court following the death of a college student. Now, in America and probably many places in the world, there's this big shift change where sexual allegations on campus, people, boys and girls party, then she gets in a fight or says I didn't want that later, or just to be vindictive. Then she goes to the school board and says I was raped, I was touched, whatever, and then it causes hardship on the man. It's actually interesting. There was a report done not long ago, and it said it was like 95 or 99% accuracy that men were always at fault, even if the evidence was not there. And then because of that, uh, the Trump's Secretary of Education, that old girl, she said, you know what? Because of that, now we need to get funding for protection for the men because we don't have equality here. We just have accusations, and we have a place where men cannot feel safe to learn and such. But that's America, and that's a story for another day. So, but let's get into what's going on in Korea and what they're doing because this very possibly could come to America. And ad running by the Square by the Times activist called Cut Out demonstrated stronger punishment of welcome to video. Okay, so here's what happens. Dispute of brewing over a name of a shame website called Digital Prison, which discloses detailed personal information of those it accuses of being sex offenders and child abusers. A 20-year-old student from Korean University died in a suspected suicide on September 3rd after his personal information was published on the digital prison site. In July, the student had claimed that he was innocent and expressed frustration, posting a letter on his school community website saying none of the facts posted on the website are true. He added that he believed that his phone may have been hacked and he lent it to somebody. Well, this is kind of funny. In general, Korea is one of the safest countries there is. I could leave a phone on an ATM machine or at a bank. I can leave an ATM card in an ATM. I actually left a laptop in a classroom for 3 weeks at a university, and I came back and it was sitting there. I picked up 2 or 3 cell phones on the street, and I have called the phone and I returned those phones to the users. One of them was actually a brand new phone too, iPhone 7 or 8 at the time. And then people came and picked it up. They bowed to me graciously in Korea, so it's really cool. But saying that, Korea has a hard on for white collar crime or unseen crime. If crime happens in public, we won't do it. If crime happens behind closed doors, game on. After the incident, the operator of the extrajudicial site commented, referring to the student as A via a telegram message notice Sunday as a phone number obtained through a telegram contract. A self recorded a letter of apology, victims, and accusations of testimony saying A's voice is certain are all facts that prove him guilty. The site operator claimed that they had repeatedly asked the student to visit a private digital forensic center to prove the factors wrong, but he did not provide any evidence and simply reiterated the claim emotionally. So again, you know what? Just because people are bullying you to just say something or do something doesn't mean much. Just like Black Lives Matter, to say raise your fist, say you support us. Well, great, and they'll still smash your table, and it doesn't mean anything. A mob can get you to do whatever they want, but what they want isn't always the facts and the truth, and the truth eventually takes time to come out. Sadly, people want fast action. Digital Prison is known by the supporters as a shadow system operated by anonymous figures acting behind a veil of social judges of sexual crimes. First created in May after a growing public anger over a series of lenient sentences by the national judiciary for sex crimes, the site has since gathered the personal information of all 100 alleged offenders. This includes the information of So Jun Woo, who is believed to be the creator of one of the world's largest child porn sites. Welcome to video. However, critics say the false accusations can eventually result in a social turmoil, causing the spread of rumors and stigmatizations to grow. An attorney working in the information technology and telecommunications law at a major law firm here committed. Even if the case turns out to be true, it may still consist defamation depending on the primary purpose. The lawyer, who prefers to remain anonymous, added, although the website claims that it represents the work for social justice and greater public interest, its existence of its site itself could turn into a means of a witch hunt battle. And I actually agree to that. We have a lot of those kind of sites here in America, not so much sexual ones. Maybe there are for sexual ones, but there definitely are witch sites for like everything from like Me Too to civil rights to whatever. So, what do you guys think about having sites like that? Do you think it's okay to have them? And do you think this should only be for convicted people or for whatnot, or people that are just that have there's no evidence? Should they be on this list too? I mean, I don't necessarily mind. Like that's why in America we have a sex offenders list, but usually you only get that after you're convicted, and so that's okay. But putting somebody on a list when they have no proof, that's not okay. And again, leaving accusations about I've been raped or I've been touched with no proof, though that's not okay to put people on a list or disrupt their lives either. So anyway, there have been cases with the digital prison identifying the wrong person as a sex offender and released personal information. A medical professor and a former martial arts fighter were previously falsely accused in digital prison. So see, they're not perfect. People again act too fast. So again, what do you think about these kind of sites? What can be done to either take them down or make them safer? And what should the people that have been falsely accused do if they're in that situation? And should they actually go after legal action? Please leave your comments below, like, comment, subscribe.